Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Norbuilt Oval here for round 17 action of the TIO NTFL season here for the 2021-22 season. Joined here by Stu Davis in the commentary box. My name is Tara Harris. We're excited to be down here.
Should be a terrific game, Tara. A really important game for both sides, really. Nightcliff on top of the table, looking to stay on top and go into finals with good form, and Southern Districts have to win their last two games to be a chance to play finals. So, and they play the top two teams, so a real challenge for them. And
look, that's exactly right. Coming off 2 wins, Southern Districts, they certainly are finals bound. They're working hard to get there. They've got obviously this game and the next to really kind of lock in the final 5 there for the final series.
Yeah, their recent form's been really good after a slow start. Greg West, their coach, who we just saw coming off the ground in front of us, done a really good job building this side up from where they were at the start of the season. So, yeah, he must be really pleased with the way they're performing.
Correct, and obviously a bit of a rocky start for the girls to start the season is making that run home a little bit harder than they would usually like to. Obviously, from stride to stride for the Nightcliff side, though. Oh yeah,
they've really been the form side for the season. They really showed some improvement last season, played finals footy, and this year they sit on top of the table with only a couple of games to go. Their coach, Shannon Miller, of course, has done a terrific job with them, and they've done well recruiting as well, obviously, as well as locals. But Shannon not here today, Tara.
No, Buxy's got the big job. Some would say bigger than the no. He's got the big job today leading the girls out here at Norbuilt. Really a bit of a slow burn for Nightcliff there over the last couple of seasons, with a bit of a low performance a few seasons ago, building slowly but surely, and so it's obviously a great win for them to be where they are at the moment, heading into a really solid position into that final series.
That's right, and obviously they're full of confidence. Only lost the 1 game for the season, but we all know that finals is a different matter again, and you've got to reset and restart, and I'm sure that Shannon and her team will have them spot on for that first final that they play.
Correct, and obviously can't forget to mention their captain out there, co-captain Eliza Morrison. A fantastic week for her and a fantastic achievement, just been named as the VFLW Bulldogs vice-captain.
I'm amazed that she's here, Tara, but she's obviously committed to her Nightcliff team, and it's great to see. And she's captaining this side today for Nightcliff, and yeah, she's obviously excited with what's happening at Nightcliff.
Correct. And when you think about it, if you're going to pass up, feels like 36-degree weather out here at Norbuilt, sideways rains, nowhere I'd rather be, Stewie.
No, absolutely not.
It's a very special round down here. Exactly. A very special round down here at Norbuilt Arena for the 21-22 TIO NTFL season for No More round. AFLNT and No More have been working together since 2015 to use the power of NT football community to change the way the public views family violence and to raise awareness. You'll notice today that the players have donned orange armbands to show their support, and our field and boundary umpires have also donned orange socks to stand by the victims of family and domestic violence. Moments away from first bounce, Emma Stark in the centre.
Emma Stark, a story in herself, isn't she? But she's does a great job umpiring in many grades of football in the NTFL, and she'll throw the ball up to commence the game. And Kat Simmons wins the first hit out for Nightcliff. Morrison running onto it, couldn't get her hands on it, but it's picked up out there for Nightcliff by Hunter. Monet Hunter kicks it forward, but chopped off, and Districts are looking to go into attack for the first time. Some good use of the hands there. A quick kick forward by Shania Davidson, but Nightcliff across half back looking good. Simmons again gets a touch, gets a hand pass in, but it's stolen out there by Casey Marsden for Southern Districts, but then she got tackled and penalised for incorrect disposal. So an opportunity for Nightcliff from half back. They bring the ball out towards the wing, but cutting in there was Coops, Shania Coops, and as she tried to kick the ball, she had an area and was penalised again, and Nightcliff again take it away. Sophia Politis clears for them, but down to the wing. There's strong tackling going on here. The ball spills free. Morrison swoops in and gets a hand pass across to Hunter. Hunter across to McWilliam, has a quick kick forward on the left down towards half forward, and Amy Pittman advances Nightcliff again inside forward 50, close to the boundary line down there, but they keep it in play. Morrison on hand to receive the hand pass. She kicks forward under pressure. It's close to the boundary line and not quite out, and picked up down there by the district's defenders, but ball's in a bit of congestion at half forward for Nightcliff at the moment. Eventually District's able to thump it out of there with a quick kick, and Rania Hewitt is first there for Districts, gets a short kick forward, and now Natalie Wilson another short one in towards the centre of the ground, but strong defensive work down there, but just couldn't take clean hands. Hunter's in there again, does well, gets a hand pass out looking for Morrison. Morrison picks up on the bounce and goes for a run, has a couple of bounces now, running towards half forward. Uses that left foot that we know, but this one's misdirected and chopped off in defence. And Southern District's a chance to repel it. Just
Eliza Morrison doing Eliza Morrison things there.
Absolutely, just working hard to get around the ball, but out of defence, Kiana Toy with a spiral kick, and it's marked by Rania Hewitt on the wing. Hewitt kicks down towards half forward, just goes over the back of the two competing players there, picked up nicely by Sophie Berry, who kicks it down towards the forward pocket. In defence for Nightcliff, bundled out of the way was Hannah Turnbull, and a quick kick towards goal, but it's Keely Waterbury it was, but just bounced the wrong side of the post. But it's the first score for the game, and it's a behind to Southern Districts. So pretty tight start to this game, as we probably expected. District's been in good form, and Nightcliff as well, obviously, but an opportunity for Southern Districts.
Looks like a turnover there, positive turnover for Districts.
Oh, just fell short there, and now an opportunity for a shot on goal. The kick comes in, it's going bouncing towards the goal line, but just the wrong side of the post once again, and that was Casey Marsden that time. But another behind.
Again, leading into the game, Stuart, you and I said how important this one was for Districts to really be contested footy and really fight for it. They've got a bit of a run home here. It's really quite a good contest to start the match off.
So Hannah Turnbull in the long sleeves today, just runs the ball out of the goal square and kicks to the outer side of the ground. Picked up out there, and again a tackle laid before the kick could be taken. And the ball just bouncing around, eventually a quick kick forward. It's pretty hard to see who's who on the outer side of the ground here. We'll do the best we can, but quick kick back in, and Districts again going forward, and Sophie Berry again on the end of this one. Takes the mark out at half forward on the outer side. She kicks down towards full forward. Hannah Turnbull just wrenches the ball off her opponent there, gets a hand pass forward as she's tackled, and now Nightcliff just paddling the ball, trying to get it to the advantage of a player in some space, but can't do so, and it's caught underneath, and the umpire's blown the whistle and called for a ball up.
Districts having all the momentum at their end of the field so far, however not being able to convert it to a goal. We'll see what happens.
Simmons again with a clear hit out for Nightcliff, but there's a pack of players around the ball, and eventually kick comes close to the boundary line, in fact goes over the boundary line on the outer side, and that'll be a free kick under the last touch rule, and Southern Districts a chance to keep that ball locked in their forward line early in this first quarter.
Looks stunningly shady on that side of the oval there, Stu.
For a couple of metres, but the kick's got into some space here at half forward, running onto it nicely there for Districts with Shania Davidson. Got a quick kick forward, and now Waterbury again with an opportunity, and again it's offline for Southern Districts. So they've had some chances, but just haven't been able to get that goal on the board. They sit on 3 behinds at the moment. Correct.
It just seems that Nightcliff just can't break through that centre area at the moment, and the turnovers are obviously working for Southern Districts. However, between the two big sticks is ideal.
So Nightcliff coming the near side of the ground this time, and good tackle there by Hunter. Play on's the call. She gets a hand pass back to Turnbull. Turnbull thumps the kick down the wing. Oh, marking contest there, not taken. It slips over the back, and there'll be a holding free kick here And Cassie McWilliam will take that free kick between half-back and wing for Nightcliff. She's got some loose players in the middle of the ground. She directs the ball that way, but the bounce doesn't favour Nightcliff on this occasion, and an opportunity for Kiana Powell out of defence. Got the hand pass across, and now District's going forward again. Good use of the ball through the hands to Toy. Toy kicks high in towards the forward line. Oh, great mark taken down there by Rania Hewitt once again for Southern Districts, and now she goes to the top of the goal square, but just chipping in defence was Fewings, I think that was, and that was good defensive work, and she's in there again getting the kick out. But Hewitt again for Districts now, an opportunity, runs into space, kicks to goal, but again has pushed this one to the right, and a minor score only. So I think Greg West would be pretty happy with the way Southern Districts have started, just not their finishing, and Rania Hewitt in the forward line there has been really busy. Yes,
very, very busy. Obviously a very fortunate bounce for Districts just then, and Bella Clark made what she did with it. Great mark there. That's another turnover.
Coops again on the outer side with that mark, and yeah, Nightcliff just can't get it out of that defensive area. The ball comes down here, but a strong mark taken in front, and now Nightcliff still playing the outer side, goes close to the boundary line, but again it's chopped off, and Districts will bring it back quickly, looking for players in space in the forward line. Slips over the top where Turnbull's lurking at the back for Nightcliff. She takes it cleanly and kicks out towards half back. The mark spilled out there, and a hand pass comes across, but it's gone astray, and now a high kick to the top of the goal square. Ball goes to ground off the marking contest, picked up by Waterbury. She kicks forward, but Turnbull, playing the goalkeeper role, picks it up on the bounce and thumps it out towards the near side half back line for Nightcliff this time. Ball on the ground, Morrison's in there again. She gets tackled with the ball as she tries to hand pass. Play on's the call, she's in there again, and now she picks up, finds a bit of space, and kicks the ball down towards half back. Picked up down here by McWilliam. She kicks high down towards the wing, but over the back, and an opportunity for Districts once again. They use their hands nicely, but just missed the target there, and Cassie McWilliam comes in, gives it across here to Emily McGregor. McGregor kicks the ball high towards the centre of the ground. The ball bounces over the top, and now it's Nikki Heffer who comes in and gets the hand pass across, and running through half forward with a couple of bounces for Nightcliff was Georgia Johnson, but she eventually got tackled and had to hand pass, and Districts the opportunity to clear it out of defence again, but again the bounce doesn't help them, and Gigi Dads takes possession, gets the kick forward eventually. Morrison is down there, would you believe? She's just in the back pocket a couple of moments ago, and Nightcliff advancing it round towards the forward pocket. The ball stays in play, and there's a free kick been found here. It's going to go Nightcliff's way, and we'll try to pick up who that is down there with the kick, but it's a long way away, and the white numbers on the yellow jumpers aren't much help to us.
No.
The goal's gone across the face, and no score in fact, so still can't help you with who kicked that ball, but we'll try to work them out as best we can. So it's a boundary throw in the right forward pocket for Nightcliff, and ball over the back now, an opportunity swooping onto it. Hand pass comes out wide, and running in is Dodds for Nightcliff. I think she snuck it through. Dads it is, Gigi Dads, who got on the end of the hand pass there. Snuck it through inside the left-hand goal post, and would you believe it, they've hit the front, Tara, after Southern Districts have had all the ball in their forward half.
Correct, that's how important it is just to get it through the big sticks, Stu, obviously, with a really great contest down there at the Southern Districts forward end. Just something like that, and all of a sudden Nightcliff are in the front.
That's right, but they wouldn't be too disheartened, Southern Districts. They just want to regroup here now and try to get the ball back into their forward line again and get that elusive goal on the board. So from the restart, no clear hit-out winner, and ball's advanced towards District's goal, but it's Nightcliff who get their hands on the ball. Williams slung as she kicked the ball into the centre of the ground. Hunter gets a hand pass across, to Morrison back to Hunter, and that's a good mark going forward, taken by Lauren Gooden.
Great mark.
Gooden kicks long into the forward line, and Simmons coming out from full forward there, just got her hands to the ball, couldn't take the mark. There's a free kick been found, and it's going to go Southern District's way here, and the player on the ground just with her head in her hands. Looks like she might have copped a high one. I don't think there was anything too illegal in that, and it's Bella Clark, in fact. So, of course, a very important player for Southern Districts, looking to go the wrong way. Hopefully that's...
shake that one off, hopefully.
Shake it off and she'll be all right. But she kicks it out here, looking for Coops, goes over her head, but there's a whistle on the play and she's going to get the free kick. So, Kiara Coops.
Bella having a chat to the trainer now. Looks like she's all right. She's running on.
Oh, a strong mark taken down here by Casey Marsden for Southern Districts. Just wing side of the centre, and now she kicks down towards half forward, but again a great intercept mark taken by Cassie McWilliam across half back for Nightcliff. She plays on quickly looking for Morrison there, but strong defensive work coming from behind was Ashley Walsh. She's still battling for the ball on the ground, and see some strong bodies in there, players getting bumped all over the place. Eventually Clark's on the end of it from Coops, and Clark kicks it forward to a pretty open forward line. It's all one-on-ones down there, and good use of the body, but a strong tackle. Natalie Wilson used her body well, got possession, but a great tackle by Sophia Politis. Just made her dispose of the ball incorrectly, and she takes the free kick at half back. She chips it down here, but that's not going to go to any of her teammates, and coming in for Districts is Casey Marsden once again. Marsden now switching the ball back into towards the centre of the ground, the corridor, but it's Nightcliff first there, but a strong tackle on the ball, and Toy will take this free kick. She's probably just a bit too far out to score. She kicks long now down towards the goal square. A great pass and a great mark, and just lurking down there for Southern Districts was Natalie Wilson, and she's trying to improve the angle for herself. I think she's got away with a little bit here, but she'll have a shot at goal. She'll only be about 10 metres out when she kicks the ball, and a kick's on the way, but again offline, and only a behind. So a disappointing finish once again for Southern Districts.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what Nightcliff opt for here. Obviously they've tried to stick to the opposite end of the ground on that wing there, and it might look like the same game plan again coming out. Yep,
Turnbull thumps it out towards the outer side. Nightcliff seemed to have the numbers initially. That's good use of the hands and a quick kick forward, but there's no one on the end of this one, I don't think, and Districts the opportunity to bring it back inboard, but chopped off again, and play on's the call as Nightcliff bring it out from half back. Running in there was Walsh for Southern Districts, just tapped it in front of herself, then picked it up and got a hand pass, and now an opportunity for Districts to go forward through Emma Forsyth. She kicks high to centre half forward.
Great hands.
And good mark taken once again. And once again, it's Natalie Wilson who's taken that mark in the forward half.
Great kick.
Kicks long where the goal square's open. It's bouncing over the back, but there's a free kick on the play here, and it's going to be a Nightcliff free kick for holding. So just a bit of relief for the Nightcliff defenders down there, and it's Fewings who'll take that free kick right on the last line of defence. She's got a free player in short here if she chooses to go that way, and does. And the mark's taken by Matilda Johnson. Johnson looking to switch the ball back in towards the centre of the ground. Morrison takes a nice mark under some pressure, runs on straight away, has a bounce, and now kicks along the wing here. Running onto it for Nightcliff was Georgia Johnson, but was chopped off in defence for Southern Districts by Kiana Powell. But her kicks off the side of the boot somewhat and bounces over the boundary line. And it'll be a free kick again for Nightcliff, and it's Matilda Johnson down here who will take it. So Johnson's kick back inboard. The two Nightcliff players spoil each other there, and the ball spills free, and Districts on the bottom have picked up nicely down there by Marsden once again for Districts. She kicks high to forwards, full forward, and Keely Waterbury on the end of it this time. And she takes the mark in front of Turnbull, and as Tara said, really good hands down there, and Good use of the ball by Districts going forward. As the siren goes, it'll be a kick after the siren to try to put Districts' first goal on the board and put them in the lead. The kick's on the way. Is it swinging back enough? No, it's not.
No.
And through for a behind only. So that evens up the scores, but pretty different story in front of the goal for both sides, Tara.
Very much so there, with Southern Districts holding a lot of possession in their forward line, however not being able to pick between the two big sticks really is the end goal, with Nightcliff seeming to have it come a little bit easier down their end in the forward line, however perhaps not as many options or chances as what Southern Districts have had. Be interested to hear what Greg West has got to say. Yeah,
and it'll be interesting to see. There's a little bit of a breeze here to see in the second quarter whether the play remains at this right-hand side of the ground or whether that's just the strength of Districts to keep the ball in. So
correct.
See how it goes after the break.
That's exactly right. Hopefully for commentary's sake it stays this side. All right, we'll be right back. This is the AFLNT's coverage of the 21-22 TIO NTFL season from Norbuilt Oval. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to AFLNT's coverage of the 21-22 TIO NTFL season from Norbuilt Oval. Here at the home turf for the Crocs here with first quarter there, Southern Districts 066 to a Nightcliff 106. My name's Tara Harris, joined by Stu Davis as we just get underway.
So Kat Simmons again dominating the hit out so far, but cutting across there for Districts with Casey Marsden. Her hand pass didn't find a target, and Nightcliff the opportunity to go forward if they can get their hands on the ball cleanly here, which they can't, and Districts players just roll in, and eventually out of the back it's picked up by Rihanna Hewitt, who picks up and kicks towards the outer side wing. A strong body contest there. Umpire Emma Stark says that was being held without the ball, and Nightcliff with the free kick and the opportunity to go forward early in this second quarter, but again it's well read in defence and chopped off down there by Mallory Nankervis for Southern Districts. She kicks to the outer side of the ground, and Districts an opportunity again. Clark gets the hand pass forward, but chopping across for Nightcliff is McWilliam, and a kick comes down towards half forward, but again
great defensive work.
Nankervis takes that intercept mark, kicks in towards the centre of the ground, picked up down here by Forsyth. Forsyth kicks long towards half forward, outstretched arms, the mark's almost taken, but beautifully raked back in down there by Sophie Berry. She kicks the ball down towards full forward. There's a one-on-one contest here. Turnbull's in there first, gets it out as she's tackled, and now picked up by Districts. A kick towards goal. Once again it's Shania Davidson, and once again it's offline. Really
unfortunate there, because they did have a very fortunate bounce. Unfortunate, it's another behind on the board there for them. However, very, very good start to the quarter there for Southern Districts.
Yeah, just worked the ball nicely from defensive half down into the forward line, and yeah, just once again couldn't finish, but it's enough to get their nose in front once again.
That's right.
Hannah Turnbull will bring the ball back into play. She's going to come near side of the ground this time as she jogs out of the defensive goal square. Kicks long, looking for Simmons here on the lead. Off hands, the ball bounces out wide, and a strong tackle, and that'll be rewarded. It's Kiana Toy with that free kick.
Really, really good pressure there from Southern Districts, keeping it in there forward.
So again, the kick forward, but again it's chopped off in defence, and Nightcliff looking again to bring it to the near side. A nice mark taken there by Monet Hunter for Nightcliff. Hunter kicks long, straight up the middle of the ground. A long stretch there by William, couldn't take the mark. Cutting across in defence was Rihanna Hewitt for Southern Districts. The ball was knocked out of her hands as she tried to kick. There's a wrestle for the ball on the ground, and
umpire's letting it play.
So again, some strong body work, but good work by Nightcliff to work the ball down towards half forward. There's no one behind these players, and an opportunity if they can get their hands on the ball. It's picked up nicely down here, and a bounce running into the open goal. A second bounce, and now she's lost control of the ball down there. Was Gooden and Districts have just run hard to chop her off, and been rewarded with a free kick. Just had one bounce too many, I think, Tara, and probably had an opportunity to have a shot for goal.
That's really unfortunate, because it was a really great passage of play there and really did deserve to be rewarded with a goal. But again, Southern Districts determined to the end there. Don't give up.
That's right. So there's a throw been called here, and it's going to be a Nightcliff free kick, and it's Georgia Kennedy this time. She's got Hunter lurking outside of her, but decides to kick herself instead down towards the top of the goal square. Ball loose on the ground, and picked up down there by Heifer, who hand passed it backwards. Toys in there for Southern Districts. Just couldn't take it cleanly, and now again the ball loose on the ground and players diving on the ball. There might be a free kick here. I think it's going to go to Cassie McWilliam, who dived in and just had a player land on her back as she was on the ground, so she'll go back for... No, it's not. In fact, it's Kira Hill-Carter who will take the free kick in the right forward pocket for Nightcliff.
First opportunity today.
It's taking plenty of time now, and kicks on the way. It's high, it's close to the right-hand goalpost, but I think it's good. Goal umpire says yes, it is. So once again, Nightcliff taking the opportunity when they've gone forward. So 2 straight goals, and Southern Districts, despite the weight of numbers in their forward half, have scored only behind so far.
That's right. Score update there. Southern Districts 0-7-7 to a Nightcliff's 2-0-12. Really, really great defensive work from Southern Districts there. However, again, coming just that little bit easier to Nightcliff to slot it through the big sticks.
Yeah, it was a good finish. She composed herself and took a couple of breaths and ran straight, kicked straight. So textbook stuff, really.
That's it, really. Football, that's it.
So Nakia Seaton-Scott in the ruck for Southern Districts.
Good ruck.
Taps it forward now. Clearance by Casey Marsden once again. Kicks long towards half forward, and getting on the end of that was Rihanna Hewitt, taking a nice mark running across the back of the pack. She's looking to chip it in short, and Turnbull just slaps the ball away from her opponent, and that's allowed Nightcliff to clear out towards the grandstand wing, but cutting across there for Districts was Tiana Hansen. Did well there. Tackled as she tried to hand pass. The ball's loose on the ground. Morrison picks up, gets a quick kick forward, and running onto it down there is Heifer for Nightcliff. But again, there's a free kick on the play, and it's going to go Southern District's way to Kiana Toy. Toy runs around now and kicks towards half forward. It's out in front of her teammate down there, Bella Clark, but there's a couple of Nightcliff defenders also in the action, and Fewings eventually gets a quick kick forward. But running onto it there, the hand pass forward by their dads, but Districts again strong across half back. Nankervis coming in, just working the ball forward, but Simmons gets on the end of it, gets a quick kick forward, and it's marked out here by Heifer for Nightcliff. She sees a player free in the forward line, and that's Cassie McWilliam this time. Picks it up, kicks on the left high towards full forward, and a strong mark taken over the back, and that's Gooden again, who takes that mark over the back. So she'll have a set shot this time from about 25 metres out, directly in front.
First shot on the board here for Gooden.
So Laura Gooden now kicks on its way. Goal umpire just moving a little to his left, but not far enough for it to be a miss. So again, good kicking for goal for Nightcliff, good finishing, and they extend that lead.
Great finish there. Score update, Southern District 0-7-7 to a Nightcliff 3-0-18. Really great defensive work there from Southern Districts, however, just coming a little bit easier at the moment to Nightcliff.
Yeah, just finding a bit of space in the forward line and hitting their targets going forward. So Districts need to turn this around pretty quickly and get themselves on the board. And Bella Clark, who started the quarter at half forward, is in the middle of the ground now, and so they'll be looking for her to get her hands on the ball and get them moving forward.
That's right. Very influential captain there.
So Seaton-Scott again for Districts. She loses the tap this time to McWilliam, but Districts are first to the ball on the ground, but can't get it out cleanly. Seaton-Scott does well to pick it up and then run through the pack basically and drive the ball forward. Terrific work, and Districts the opportunity, but strong tackling down there. A quick kick forward by Davidson, but just dribbled forward in the end, and gee, they're getting their hands on the ball, trying to work it through the hands, but the defensive pressure of Nightcliff is pretty good. And again, it's Davidson who gets a quick kick forward, but Turnbull again lurking behind the play and kick behind the ball, and she takes possession and kicks it out, but it's bouncing free at half back now for Nightcliff. The hand pass comes across. Toy tries to get a kick, the ball's forced out of her hands, and some good work, but a throw's been paid there, and so the Nightcliff defenders will be under pressure once again, as it's a Southern Districts free kick just outside of their forward 50. And it's Nakia Seaton-Scott, who's been playing in the ruck early in this second quarter. She kicks high inside forward 50. Turnbull underneath it, just pats it forward, and the ball's loose on the ground. There's a high tackle been paid here, and it's a free kick to Southern Districts, and it's going to go Casey Marsden's way. And she's been really impressive in the early stages of this game. Very impressive. Obviously, really, really consistent effort there from even Nightcliff's Hannah Turnbull, just to keep obviously firing them back out. But it's opportunity here for Southern Districts. It's gone right to the goal line. That was pretty much online, but just didn't get the distance this time. So Nightcliff again chopping it off in defence. It's coming back towards where Marsden's lurking. She lays the tackle on Morrison. The ball spills out. Quick kick forward by Clark, and play on's the call. Didn't travel the required distance. Again, strong tackling, and we'll have a ball up this time, I think, near the boundary line in the left forward pocket for Southern Districts.
You see that the Nightcliff defenders really favour that pocket.
So from the ball up, Coops on the bottom of it had an air shot but picked it up again, centred the ball back into the corridor. Here's an opportunity for Southern Districts. Picked up down there once again by Davidson, but couldn't get the kick on line. The ball's still alive in the forward half, and a quick kick at goal has gone through. I've got my eye on who kicked it. I'll just wait. Yeah, I think it was Davidson again who came in. Shania Davidson, number 18 down there, who had the earlier opportunity and followed up, got the ball in her hands and snapped it through from about 10 metres out. So that's obviously the goal that Districts have been looking for, and gets them right back in the game. Not that they were ever out of it, really.
No, definitely. As much as the score didn't reflect it, very, very high contest game there, but struggling to obviously get it in for a goal. So hopefully that, could be a change of the tide there for Southern Districts to keep them in this game. As you and I mentioned earlier, Stewie, important for them to keep in the race here. Nightcliff have very, very much secured their position in that top 5. However, Southern Districts need to have a solid run home. That's
right. They've got it all to play for. So it's in their hands to a degree, but again, the ruck contest in the middle, and no clear possession out of there. And there's a free kick been found for holding. It's going to be a Nightcliff free kick, and they take the ball to the outer side of the ground. Hunter lays the tackle out there. Play on's the call. A couple of Districts players, if they can work it out, they can eventually, but it's smothered, and now they get the kick out of defence down forward of the wing. Good defensive pressure again from the Nightcliff defenders, but the ball slips out the back, and Districts
Great
going
hands.
forward, and strong mark taken down here, and an opportunity. They go through the hands to Waterbury. Waterbury runs around, swings it back towards the top of the goal square. Turnbull thumps it away. Strong tackle down there by Davidson once again, but a quick kick comes in. Play on's the call. The ball bounces into the hands there of Marsden, whose kick was half smothered. Now the hand pass comes across Districts. Another opportunity with a shot at goal. It's Sophie Berry this time, and she makes no mistake. So 2 goals in quick time to Southern Districts, and those 2 goals have seen them regain the lead in this second quarter. So a bit of a seesawing game, but it's a high quality contest so far.
100%. Overheard coaches talking to the girls at half-time from the Districts end there about trusting your player to be there and get that ball. Stay out, stay clean, don't get involved if you don't need to. And really, it's paid off just then for those girls. So that's really just levelled the score there for them. Southern Districts 2-7-19 to a Nightcliff 3-0-18.
Fantastic contest here at Norbuilt Oval at Fred's Pass, and in the rural area in Darwin, for those of you that aren't familiar. But yeah, they've done a really good job setting up the facilities here in the rural area, and I know they're proud of their home ground. They love playing here, and it's just a little bit awkward sometimes to call it, Tara, from here, but we do what we can. And Nightcliff, the opportunity to clear from the back of the centre square. Ball's loose on the ground here, and picked up down there by Seaton Scott. She got a quick hand pass forward, and now Clark on the left foot drills it along the wing, but strong in defence. Nightcliff again bring it forward, and Heffer was on the end of that, spilt the mark but recovered well, got the hand pass across nicely here to Emily McGregor. McGregor kicks deep into the forward line. An opportunity here for Nightcliff. Oh, the ball spills out, and running into the open goal was that? I think that was Hill Carter again, wasn't it? I think Cassie McWilliam might have got it across to her. So That's the way I'm going, Tara.
I'm not questioning it, Stu. You got white numbers on yellow Guernseys, you got to trust us. Again, a great and very lucky passage of play there. I think the defence team there were wrapped up with one player, and then obviously the opportunity there from Hill Carter just to run it through and slot it through there. And again, kind of coming a little bit easier to Nightcliff than it is to Southern Districts at the moment, but Southern Districts really having a bit of control of that ball.
Yeah, that's right. But Nightcliff going forward, just to open forward line, move the ball quickly and gave themselves every opportunity, which they took once again. So
correct.
Haven't got a blemish as far as the scoreboard's concerned, and they regained the lead here late in the second quarter. But it's been a productive quarter. 5 goals kicked in the quarter between the sides after only 1 in the first quarter, so a bit different. Morrison again gets the clearance for Nightcliff down towards half forward. Chopping across half back there was Hansen. Just couldn't control the ball in the end, and now Nightcliff going forward with a quick down, and the mark's taken by Hansen down there. She plays on quickly and into the hands down there of Kiana Powell. Powell swings it around the outer side, but the ball's chopped off, and Nightcliff will bring it straight back.
Great kick.
And they've got some numbers out there now. It's a quick kick forward by Heifer, but good work from behind. That's Gooden, who kicks high towards the top of the goal square. McWilliam using the body well. The ball bounces, and McWilliam comes in, has an air shot. Mallory Nankervis on the line, gets a toe poke away, and hard to imagine how that ball didn't go through, but I think Nightcliff have got a free kick down here in the forward pocket, and it's going to be McWilliam who'll take that free kick. It's a pretty acute angle next to the behind post, but not much distance. So Eliza Morrison running down, making a lead, and that's going to be honoured.
She said, don't mind if I do.
Yeah, so just the District's defenders not aware of that, and
no.
She's marked directly in front now.
A trusted kick there from Eliza Morrison, as mentioned earlier, managed to secure vice captaincy of the VFLW this week for the Bulldogs. So, and obviously co-captain here of the Nightcliff Tigers, and captain that she does.
And slotted it straight through. So good work, and a beautiful pass, and again trusting in the ability of their players. So the kick was good, but District's defence, that I'm sure Greg West wouldn't be happy with that. Eliza Morrison running down from the centre of the ground to get on the end of that one. No,
actually, if anything, perhaps caught those Southern District players off guard. Obviously wasn't a lot of movement nor defending there at all for that, and obviously great vision from, I apologise for the name, not remembering, but obviously keeping open, keeping clean, and seeing what other options are out there instead of that acute angle. Yeah,
Cassie McWilliam it was.
That's right.
And she's been a really important player in the forward line for Nightcliff today.
Very much so. Important round down here. No more round for the 2021-22 TIO NTFL season. You notice the players here have got orange armbands, and our umpires, boundary and field, have got orange socks on to support victims of family and domestic violence here.
Great work out of the centre by Nightcliff. The hit out by Simmons down to Morrison on the run, and she ran forward with a couple of bounces, kicked long, and now a quick kick forward again. An opportunity for Nightcliff. This time it bounces the wrong way and will trickle out of bounds in the right forward pocket. The kick forward by Nikki Heifer that time, but offline, and a boundary throw in as we hit the 18-minute mark of this second quarter.
It's a long quarter of footy, Stu.
It is, and the conditions aren't all that kind either, but
sitting at 31 at the moment. My Bureau Meteorology app telling me it feels like 36, and I believe them. Sitting at 72% humidity as well, and these girls are absolute weapons for getting out in it.
So the boundary throwing goes over the back, but that's taken by a player other than the ruck. So it'll be a Southern Districts free kick. I think a couple of them a little bit confused, but Sarah Carbone, I think, should take the free kick, but no, it's going to be Nankervis who does.
Great defender.
Kicks towards the outer side of the ground, and they're under siege here. Morrison picks up, swings around on that left foot, kicks towards the goal square, it bounces, and ball still in play in that right forward pocket. A quick kick off the ground by Hill Carter. Running in was Gooden for Nightcliff. I think she might have got a toe to the ball and knocked it through. She has.
Certainly did.
It's Lauren Gooden, who was an opportunist goal running into the goal square there. And
it's 2 on the board there for Gooden now. As we just passed the 19-minute mark, very long quarter of footy here at Norbuilt Oval. Southern Districts 2-7-19 to a Nightcliff 6-0-36. Buxy, who's got the big job today instead of a Shannon Miller, you can imagine be happy with that accuracy.
Yeah, absolutely, and just the work rate in the forward line, never giving up down there, and so Southern Districts kicked those 2 goals, got themselves back in front, but Nightcliff have really hit back with the last 3 goals of the game.
Correct, really, really positive ruck and disposal ball work out of the centre, the last 2 ruck ups there.
So Simmons wins the hit out once again, and Nightcliff the opportunity to go forward, down towards half forward again. Good defensive work from behind by Kiana Powell, but again it's a Nightcliff free kick on the outer side of the ground, and
really open
running
space
on
there.
Now for Nightcliff is the first gamer, I think, in Emily McGregor, who's kicked long towards goal and put it straight through the middle. It is Emily McGregor, and yeah, her first Premier League game for Nightcliff. I was talking to Helen Brown, the team manager, before the game, and she tells me that she's played 3 women's reserves games, kicked 8 goals in one of them, and might have played a bit of footy down around the Gold Coast, but has a partner who's playing in the men's Div 1 or something like that, and decided she'd have a crack herself, and hasn't looked out of place there at all today, and finishes with a goal there.
Nothing reserves about that passage of play there, Stu. That was a brilliant passage of play there. Really good control of the ball, ran it, kicked it. That's all you're after.
Yeah.
And again, extends the lead there for Nightcliff, 7-0-42 to a Crocs 2-7-19. Again, that accuracy.
It's amazing how it's blown out in the last 6 or 7 minutes for Nightcliff.
Very much so. I think that this Southern District side is kind of praying for a half-time reset.
So Toy in there just lost control of the ball in the tackle, and players are a bit confused as to whose free kick it is, but it's going to be Nightcliff, and the ball's brought towards the near side of the ground, and a check bounce there, and as the siren goes and ends the second quarter and puts Districts out of their pain a little bit, and they'll have the opportunity to regroup and have another go, but they've certainly had plenty of the ball, had plenty of opportunities, but Nightcliff just been too efficient going forward.
Correct. They had a really good start to that quarter, and as you said, Stewie, probably in the last 6-7 minutes, Nightcliff just ended up doing Nightcliff things, really solid control of the ball, great ball work there. Final score as we head out into half-time, Southern Districts 2-7-19 to a Nightcliff 7-0-42. We'll be back shortly here with a special no more coverage of the TIO season, TIO NTFL season 2021-22. We'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching AFLNT's coverage of the 21-22 TIO NTFL season here from Norbuilt Oval for specialty round here of the season, No More round. AFLNT and No More have been working together since 2015 to use the power of NT football community to change the way the public views family violence and raise awareness. You'll see today that our Premier League players have donned orange armbands and our field and boundary umpires are wearing orange socks, just to show their support for victims or anyone suffered by family and domestic violence. My name's Tara Harris and I'm joined by Stewie Davis here in the commentary marquee we'll go with.
Yeah.
Here for today's match here. Thrilling first half there, but Nightcliff remaining very dominant.
Yeah, just kicked away, didn't they, in the last 7 or 8 minutes of the quarter, and kicked the last 4 goals of the quarter to really stretch that lead out, and Districts with everything in front of them now, and obviously playing to keep their season alive as well, so extra motivation for them. They get the first clearance through Rihanna Hewitt, but it's just gone sideways out to the wing, and picked up down there by Davidson for Districts, but the ball's worried out of her hands, and now again it's Hewitt who gets the kick forward, and a nice mark taken by Kiara Coops. She plays on with a hand pass, but just a little offline with the target, trying to give it back to Hewitt there, and trying to do the team thing, but just off target a bit, and slipped out and went over the boundary line. So a throw in here and a restart as it's Kat Simmons and Nakia Seaton-Scott doing the ruck work. Seaton-Scott in front, gets her fist to the ball, and now Coops is on the bottom there trying to
that looks high.
Wrestle for the ball with Emily Casey there, but yeah, it's a free kick to Casey for the high tackle. So a reliable defender, Emily Casey for Nightcliff, advances the ball along the wing, but Hewitt, ball just slips out of her hands down there. She's in there again, gets a quick hand pass forward. Simmons takes the possession, gets a hand pass forward, as does Georgia Johnson for Nightcliff. Again, the ball loose, and there'll be a free kick here for holding the ball, and it's Cassie McWilliam once again who'll take the free kick, kicks high towards half forward. Ball slips over the back of the players down there, picked up by Gooden, and the kick comes down towards the full forward line, but the mark's spilt down there by Kiana Powell, and play-on's the call. Working hard at the bottom of the pack for Nightcliff was Heifer, and eventually the kick comes out of defence and an opportunity for Districts here. Just Coops couldn't hold the mark, but she's working hard with the ball on the ground and gets rewarded for her hard work with the high tackle free kick. She's called to play on now, runs inside, gets a hand pass forward. Kiana Toy on the end of it, kicks long towards half forward. Ball bouncing out towards the boundary line, but running onto it for Districts was Wilson. Wilson kicked it down towards full forward, but Turnbull strong in defence, patted it forward, and now she's in there again, picks up, hand passes forward. She's got to have to chase it herself and try and follow it up, but it's chopped off by Berry for Districts, who gets a kick down towards the forward pocket. The ball's close to the boundary line. In fact, it may be over. It's not, in fact. And it'll be a ball up in the right forward pocket for Southern Districts. So just waiting for players to be in position here for the restart. Simmons wins that one almost unopposed in the end, but only as far down there as Coops. Coops tried the left foot kick across, just dribbled off the side of the boot a bit, and Fewings for Nightcliff gets a quick clearance, but it's chopped off again for Districts by Marsden. She kicks high towards half forward, and good mark taken by Sophie Berry once again for Southern Districts. She's looking to chip the ball in short, goes high, and the mark's taken down there. I think that's Keely Waterbury on the end of that. A strong mark in the contest, and she'll go back and kick for goal. And she's had a couple of opportunities, hasn't been able to score a goal so far, and now a real chance, and Districts would love to get this one early in the quarter. Kicks it to the left, it's swinging back, looks pretty good, goes over the hands of everyone on the line, and judged that perfectly. Straight through for the first goal of the third quarter, and that's the one that Southern Districts would have been hoping to get to really put themselves back in the game. So the margin less than 3 goals, and a good finish there by Waterbury.
Correct. So Keely Waterbury coming off 3 behinds and 1 goal there with that one through the big sticks in the centre. Score update there, Southern Districts 3-7-25 to a Nightcliff 7-0-42. So you'd imagine Greg West to be happy with the start to a quarter like that. We need a couple more though for Districts.
Yeah, that's right. And again, early in, I mean, we're only four minutes into the quarter, but again, early in the quarter, it's been all Southern Districts really so far. And so at least this time they've taken advantage of the forward entry and looking to go again. And
great ruck there.
Yeah, it was. But Georgia Kennedy won the clearance for Nightcliff, and Mallory Nankervis for Districts out there first. Hand passes back inside, but Morrison was lurking there. She
great pressure.
Knocked off the ball, and in fact, a free kick's been paid. Advantage was going to be paid, but the ball will come back now, and now Southern Districts with the free kick at half-back. And just through the hands there, but nicely picked up by Coops, and
good recovery.
Kicks long down towards half forward. Mark just not taken in the contest, and Nightcliff trying to work the ball out along the near side of the ground. So just a toe off the ground as...
interesting. Very interesting call there. Pushing the back, which was perhaps a shoulder to the back there.
So it's a 50-metre penalty as well.
And a 50 perhaps from the question. I wasn't sure what happened there.
Dodds was the recipient of the free kick and the 50-metre penalty. So that's a bit of a relief for Nightcliff, and she kicks straight down the middle of the ground. The ball slips over the back. Working in there for Districts as Powell. She picks it up, but that's not her best disposal. And Nightcliff the opportunity as the kick comes high towards the top of the goal square.
Good defence.
Thumped away again by Nankervis, but working hard on the ground once again is Heifer for Nightcliff. But Districts again with a high clearing kick. Ball spills over the back, and Clark gets a
opportunity there
kick along the wing. And if they can keep it in play, they might have a chance, but just couldn't take it cleanly, unfortunately.
Going to be a boundary throw in by the look of it. No?
Yes, I think it will be. So
I think Nightcliff were hoping for a kick in there.
almost came off the Nightcliff players' boot in the end. So from the boundary throw in, Simmons taps it forward back towards the boundary line. Toy trying to keep it in play for Districts, wasn't able to, and so
another throw in.
Start again with a boundary throw in.
Seaton Scott.
Yep, and Simmons again. So they've had a pretty good duel over the last couple of quarters, and
in and out of the ruck contest as well.
Yep. So
wow, very well done there from Seaton Scott.
Terrific hands, and got it across to their teammate in Forsyth, but strong defensive work by Nightcliff. Coming up there was Carla Payne, but again it's Districts who bring the ball back forward, an opportunity, and good mark taken by Berry once again for Southern Districts. She plays on, kicks short, and again good hands. It's Waterbury on the end of this one.
Waterbury's gone down there, clutching the back of the leg.
It doesn't look good at all.
Not good at all. Trainers on their way.
She looks to be in a bit of pain there, and holding the knee, which just doesn't look good.
I didn't see her come down. It didn't look, and again, as I said, I didn't see it. I couldn't see what kind of tweaked it, unfortunately.
No, just a bit of change of angle and hitting the ground, so hopefully
correct.
It's not the worst outcome, but
I think any time you see that, Stewie, it's not something you want to see, especially kind of obviously touching the back of the knee there.
So a short delay here while we just get organised. I think they're going to try to get her to her feet and get her off the ground, but she'll have to take the weighting out of the leg and be assisted by the looks. So yeah, so I don't think they need to bother with the interchange gate by the looks of things. They'll just bring her straight off the sideline.
So she'll be out for the rest of the game there. Unfortunately, she's really been influential in that. The Districts may very much notice that.
So
great work there, stunning on the boundary.
Now kicks the ball in towards the centre of the ground, but it's chopped off by Morrison deep in defence. She goes straight down the middle and
strong mark.
finds McWilliam, who's been a tower of strength all day. Beautiful kick out here, and the mark taken by Hunter. She wheels around, plays on straight away, And just the mark spilt down there by Gooden. Play on's the call. Gooden's still lurking around, but it's Districts there. Gooden runs in now, picks up beautifully on the run and tries to duck back inside, gets caught. Morrison gets on the end of it, hand passes inboard, and long kick forward by McGregor this time.
Massive kick.
Bounces just outside of the goal square, bounces back over away from all the players, and there's a scramble for the ball on the ground. And Nankervis is in there battling hard for Districts, and eventually she keeps the ball in, and it'll be a ball up about 15 metres out from the Nightcliff goal.
Worked very, very hard this game, Nankervis. Solid defender.
It's her again getting the clearance there, but she's tackled high, and so the free kick will come back to Nankervis in the back pocket. She tries to play on here, but it's going to have to go back over her mark, I think. So just wait for the ball to get back to her. So just the one goal scored this quarter so far. We're 10 minutes in, and that was at Southern District's goal to Keely Waterbury, who's since left the ground, as we saw just a few minutes ago. So unfortunate there for Districts, but they'd be looking to work this ball out of defence and give themselves another opportunity to score. That's a good pass coming out.
Very good pass, yes.
Kiana Powell on the end of that, kicks long down the wing, a bit of a push, play on's the call, and it's Hewitt who swings around on the right foot. That's going to go close to the boundary line. They want to get a touch to it. In fact, the Nightcliff defender helps them out. That was Carla Payne, and she tapped it over the boundary line. And we'll have another boundary throw in just in front of us here on the grandstand side of the ground. So the clock ticking over to 11 minutes as we have the ruck contest here, and the ball slips over the back. Good hands coming out of there by Payne, and looking for Morrison close to the boundary line, but runs out of space, and the ball's over the line again, and Morrison, ever friendly to the umpires, picks it up and hands it back to the boundary umpire.
She's got a nice up-close view for the camera and the audience there of her forehead. Lucky ducks. Really up and close with the camera there.
So from that throw in, Clark, just ball spilled out of her hands as she was tackled. Play on's the call. It slips out now, and quick hand pass out there by Hunter, but it's Districts who drive the ball forward again. Ball slips over the back. Here's an opportunity for Southern Districts through Jamie Schubert, that was, sorry. But it's Nightcliff strong in defence, and kick away by Johnson again, and Dodds down there. A quick kick towards goal. It's bouncing across the face of goal, and I think that one's just bounced into the behind post, and will be a boundary throw in.
Did well there to kind of cut it off at the limb there for Nightcliff, who could have very easily ran away with that up that wing.
So boundary throw in the right forward pocket. This is a real opportunity for Southern Districts deep in their forward line if they can get their hands on the ball here. Toy does, tries to swing free, kicks into the goal square. The mark's claimed, but
not enough, obviously.
Hasn't travelled the required distance.
She did well under pressure there. Hang on to that.
So got wrapped up, and it's a ball up right at the top of the goal square. So Toy again in there, but Morrison gets a quick hand pass. Play-ons are cool. They're scrambling to get the ball out, but they'll get a free kick here, and they'll be able to release from deep in defence on this occasion.
Again up that side wing there.
So it's back in towards the centre of the ground, working hard in there for Nightcliff is Carla Payne. And it's a free kick being paid for a throw, and now Southern Districts with a chance. A chip pass comes in, and looked to be in the back there. I think it's been paid in the end. It has, and it's a free kick to Jamie Schubert for Southern Districts.
Interesting, we had a bit of an umpire tug of war there from I think the vantage point each umpire had. I think the Jonties called that a bit of a play on, but Emma said not today.
Yeah, I think the correct decision in there.
Correct, yes.
Turnbull on the end of this, got your hands to the ball, it slips over the back, trying to kick off the ground. The ball's still loose in the goal square. scrambling for the ball down there. The hand pass comes out, snap around the corner, but it's smothered. Play on's the call again. Morrison gets a toe poke off the ground, and she gets the ball given back to her now in the back pocket.
Watch out, runners.
Clears it around this near side wing. It's off hands and over the boundary line. Will be a boundary throw in. So under plenty of pressure, the Nightcliff defence then, but they did well to work it out. And Eliza Morrison just taking the responsibility to work way back deep in defence and help her defensive six out, and she's done that a few times today. Covers a lot of the ground, as we know.
Very much so.
She's in there again at this stoppage, gets a hand pass over the top, and eventually a quick kick forward by Marsden, but it was smothered, and now the ball's across into the corridor. Here's an opportunity. Nankervis first there for Districts, tries to swing it back around, but just goes across the ground really, and it's marked by Monet Hunter here for Nightcliff.
Very good mark. Chance for Nightcliff to reset there, move forward.
It's a beautiful kick down the middle of the ground, just through the hands in the marking contest there, and now District's trying to work it out, but the hand pass has gone astray once again. Just forcing the ball forward now, and a quick kick, but both players try to slap the ball in that contest, and good defensive work, and now an opportunity, but great tackle, and Bella Clark is rewarded for that tackle there on Andy Mollier. No, in fact, it's a sling tackle's been paid. So Mollier will take the free kick and kick it down forward of the wing. She's in there again, but Districts with an opportunity to get out. That kick's smothered from Carbone, and Morrison eventually gets there on the end of it, kicks forward. There's a free kick here in the contest, and it's going Nightcliff's way. And once again, it's Cassie McWilliam.
I think there was a push in the back based on the umpire's call there. I didn't see the push, unfortunately.
So Morrison lurking in the forward pocket, but there's a 50-metre penalty as well, so that really won't help Southern Districts at all. I think, in fact, it might have been Kiana Powell trying to sneak around the back to get down to mark up with Eliza Morrison, but just got a bit too close to the player who was kicking the ball, and now it'll be a kick from the goal line. So a certain goal here for Cassie McWilliam. To
extend that lead there, Stu.
In fact, it's not quite on the goal line, but it's certainly kicking from the top of the goal square, and she makes no mistake. Puts that right through. So just a goal apiece in this quarter. So for all the work that Southern Districts have done, they haven't been able to narrow the half-time margin now, and Nightcliff just stretch that lead a little bit again.
That's exactly right. Just passing the 16-minute mark here. Southern Districts 3-7-25 to a Nightcliff 8-0-48. So again, accuracy is key here for Nightcliff in terms of kind of scoring opportunities there. Southern Districts have had it, however, haven't been able to convert them. So, as I said, accuracy is key here for this one, Stu.
Absolutely. Well, for those that look at scoring shots, Nightcliff have had 8 and Southern Districts have had 10, but 3 goals 7 tells the story, as Tara was alluding to. So we'll wait for the restart now. We've gone 17 minutes. There's probably a little bit of time for the stoppage with the injury here, but still only the 1 goal apiece, so it won't be too long to play as the restart comes. And in there for Districts was Hanson looking to clear the ball. Picked up by Seaton Scott. She's had a pretty good quarter for Southern Districts in the ruck and around the ground, and she's again in the contest chasing here, lays the tackle as the siren goes, and that ends the third quarter. And Southern Districts had a fair bit of the ball, but in the end it was just 1 goal apiece, and the margin is the same as it was at half time.
That's exactly right. Still very high contest of footy down here, Stu. So these girls absolutely slogging it out in that third quarter of footy here. Score update as we head into the third quarter break. Southern Districts 3-7-25 to a Nightcliff 8-0-48. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Norbuilt Oval for the AFLNT's coverage of the 2021-22 TIO NTFL season here. Special round for the season, no more round. As you'll see, we've got our umpires in their orange socks and our players in their orange armbands, paying respects to domestic violence, family violence victims throughout the territory as we head to first rock.
So Simmons wins the hit out, but working hard in there on the ground as she had for most of the game, Seaton Scott, and the clearance eventually by Casey Marsden for Southern Districts down towards centre half forward. Strong defence down there by Carla Payne, but she's tackled with the ball and she's coming up a bit proppy as well. But it's a free kick to Rania Hewitt. She goes straight down the ground. There's a bit of space there, but ball bounces back and Hewitt's in the action again. She's just lurking behind as it's picked up down there by Forsyth, who gets a quick kick forward. Ball on the ground, and some good defensive work by Matilda Johnson for Nightcliff, but eventually it's Berry again for Southern Districts, tries to get the hand pass. It's knocked out of her hands. Bella Clark picks up, tries to duck around a couple of opponents, does eventually. Kicks long in towards the forward pocket, and on the end of that is Coops, who Kiara Coops takes the mark, and she'll go back and should have a shot at goal from about 25 metres out. And just the start that Southern Districts were looking for. They need to win this quarter by 4 goals to keep their season alive, Tara, as they were reminded, I think, by their coach at three-quarter time.
Very much so. I think reiterating what we've said most of the game, Stu, is that this really is for the season.
So, unfortunately, not quite the start that they were after, as that one just snuck through for a behind. But they've got the ball in their forward half, in their forward 50, and opportunity to try and block it in there as Hannah Turnbull brings the ball in. She runs towards the outer side of the ground and kicks long towards half-back. The ball slips over the back first there. For Districts was Davidson, but ball bounce didn't favour her. Morrison was in there, and now Bella Clark
great kick
running
from
away.
Bella Clark.
Yeah, but the advantage isn't going to be paid. It's a Southern Districts free kick back where Clark kicked that ball from, and looks like it'll be Nankervis again for Southern Districts. Who'll take the free kick. Nankervis decides to chip short, but that was well read in defence, and ball on the ground. Johnson in there working hard again for Nightcliff, and now Morrison gets the kick towards the outer side. Kiana Toy chops it off for Southern Districts and hooks the ball over her shoulder out towards the boundary line, but that one's going to go over the line, and it'll be a Nightcliff free kick on the outer side of the ground. And Eliza Morrison again, always where the ball is, and she plays on and kicks it along that outer side wing, and the mark's taken out there by Moliere, I think it is. Moliere now bringing the ball back in towards half forward, but this one's chopped off by Bella Clark for Southern Districts. Clark's got a player running in the corridor here. She goes that way, passes it across, and Siddons takes the mark at half back for Southern Districts. But not much to go to now as she looks to chip it back to Clark, who'd made some ground across the ground. She picks it up eventually and goes short again, so getting a few touches but not making much inroads into their forward line. Marsden eventually kicks long down towards half forward, and hand pass forward as the tackle was laid, but the free kick's going to be paid, and it's going to be Coops again. No, it's not. It's going to be Hewitt. Hewitt kicks the ball inside forward 50 where Coops is now. That looked like a suspect hand pass, and the umpire's seen it that way. The ball's kicked after the whistle's blown. Nothing.
Actually, that may have been through. Yeah. No comments.
Yeah, their best finish for the day.
Like, let them have it. Advantage. Really, really great opening quarter there. Bella Clark having a lot of the footy and obviously drumming it into that forward line. So there's a really good opportunity here for Crocs to settle the score. We saw a really great glimmer of hope in the opening second quarter. We're hoping that perhaps they can mirror that as we head into the last.
So the free kick from Fewings, the ball slips over the back. Clark again on the end of it, gets a hook in forward. Now an opportunity for Districts. The shot on goal is just gone right across the face of goal and hit the behind post. That was Shania Davidson once again, but again opportunity gone begging for Southern Districts.
It is a hard way for them to get that scoreline a little bit closer to the Nightcliff one, I will say, but it is a behind on the board for them.
No, it's not. It's a boundary throw in. Hit the point post. So they've got it deep in their forward line if they can get a possession out of this. The ball over the back. Again, strong defensive work forward, and there's a free kick on the play here. It's a Nightcliff free kick. It's going to Eliza Morrison, and she's swinging the ball out towards the boundary line. Hunter in the contest there, but the ball off hands over the back. Good work on the boundary line, and Districts work it back in now with a kick in by Carbone. But a wrestle for the ball there as it eventually spills free, and now a hand pass out, and there's perhaps a chance for Districts if they can get their hands on it. But gee, as soon as they grab the ball, they're getting wrapped up in the tackles, and that's good defensive work there by the Nightcliff players. Ball from the restart is loose out the back now, and a quick kick forward by Marsden down towards half forward, but it's all Nightcliff back there, and it's Johnson again who kicks the ball along the wing, but a good mark taken in the hands by Casey Marsden, and now she swings around, kicks long down towards half forward for Southern Districts. Good work in there for Districts by Seaton Scott. She eventually got tackled with the ball and is penalised. And so Nightcliff looking to work the ball along this near side wing, and eventually the kick comes in. Clark chopping across there, tries to take the mark, got her hands to the ball, but just saw it rebound over the boundary line, and another boundary throw in. So clock's ticking away. We're approaching 7 minutes, and Districts really making no inroad on that scoreboard.
No.
They'd have to get their skates on now to have an opportunity to win the game. So
correct.
Hand pass out, and kick forward by Hill Carter. Over the back, the ball slips. Nankervis again done a power of work in defence for Districts today. Picks up and kicks the ball back into the middle of the ground, and the mark's taken here by Emma Forsyth for Southern Districts. She's looking to move the ball on quickly now. She runs right around and kicks into the middle of the ground, where she finds her teammate in Davidson. Davidson has been a good player also for Districts today. She kicks to the outer side of the ground, and the mark's taken by Carbone.
There's a very good footy here from Districts, really clean.
But going a long way around, and that wasn't the best of kicks, and
no.
Dads was in front for Nightcliff, and but eventually she's been paid a free kick, so Gigi Dads on the outer side kicks the ball wider on that outer wing. Off hands, Clark's in there for Southern Districts, does well to pick it up and wheel around inside, kicks on the left foot, but well read and chopped off in defence by Dads once again for Nightcliff, and she takes the intercept mark out there, slows things down, and now kicks the ball close to the boundary line again on the outer side. The ball bounces free in the contest, and it's close to the line. No clear possession until it's picked up and kicked forward, but chopped off in defence by Nankervis once again for Southern Districts. She tries to move the ball on quickly. Turnbull's in there for Nightcliff. The ball bounces off her shins. She's in there working hard for it. Eventually gets a hand pass from the bottom of the pack, and to the advantage of her teammates. And they look to work the ball to the near side here. Again, defensive pressure, but Molyneux was up to it and got the toe forward. But Districts again rebounded into the forward line. Berry gets a hand pass across, looking for Toy. Missed the target there. Oh, strong tackle. Swung the Nightcliff player Casey right around, and Districts take the ball forward, but again good defensive work, and it's Carla Payne who takes that mark in defence for Nightcliff. She goes towards the scoreboard side of the ground, but through the hands out there. Nightcliff have a couple of players, but first there for Districts was Marsden. She got tackled with the ball and it spilt loose, and now Dad's running it out of defence for Nightcliff towards the outer side of the ground. Again, a marking contest, and good work in defence by Hanson for Southern Districts. She's under plenty of pressure. She's tackled without the ball eventually, and she'll go back and take the free kick.
Very, very good work here from Nightcliff to keep control of this game.
So the ball in towards half forward for Southern Districts. Wilson was there. Quick kick goes out wide. Fewing's there for Nightcliff. She gets wrapped up and the ball spilled out, and it's a Southern Districts free kick once again on the outer side, and it's Kiana Powell who kicks down towards the forward pocket, but the ball slips over the back, and Nightcliff defenders work hard and bring it around, and Gigi Dads again on the end of this one takes the mark, telling everyone just to slow things down, settle it down, as the game's pretty well within their keeping now, and they don't have to do anything rash and just try to keep possession if they can. But the kicks has gone astray, but unfortunately for Districts the mark was spilt, and now Nightcliff have got an opportunity again. Dads is in there, gets tackled with the ball. She'll be penalised this time for not disposing of the ball, and it's a free kick out there to Casey Marsden for Southern Districts. She moves the ball on quickly in towards centre half forward. Kiana Toy on the end of that takes a good mark. She realises the urgency of the situation, plays on quickly down into the forward line. There's a bit of space down here if they can pick up cleanly. Hand pass comes across, and now a chance with a snap for goal. It looks good. It's going all the way through. It is. It's Rania Hewitt who's kicked that goal. Great teamwork, great build-up, and a great finish by Rania Hewitt. It's they've just needed a couple more of them today to really keep themselves in the contest. But they've got the first one for the quarter, and if they can bang on a couple quickly, who knows what might happen.
That's right. They've got a really great ruck there with Seaton Scott, and the opportunities there if they take it. A score update there for 8:32 and Nightcliff's 8:048. So just passing the 11-minute mark here. There's still a couple of minutes left in it, and I think they've got to drive it home hard, Stu. Yeah,
that's right. They've really got to win the clearance here and move the ball down into the forward line and get scores on the board, repeat scores on the board, and who knows.
And Nightcliff obviously reminding us of why they're on the top of the ladder. Really clean football today, solid goals.
Yeah, a couple of players out, but they've been resilient and done what they've had to do so far as Simmons wins the hit out. But here's the clearance that Districts were looking for. It's Clark. But there's a free kick here behind the play, and it's going to go Nightcliff's way, which is just what Southern Districts didn't need. Eliza Morrison with the free kick, kicks towards the outer side of the ground, picked up out there by Hunter. Hunter chips the ball down towards half forward. Play on the ball as it spills out of the marking contest, but there's a free kick paid, and Nightcliff just settling things down on the outer side. I think we've got another injured player out there, unfortunately for Southern Districts. And again, it looks like a leg injury here, but hopefully...
Fortunately, it's on the opposite side of the venue here, just a little bit hard for us here in the commentary marquee to identify who it is. Perhaps clutching the ankle. I can't... Seems to be in a lot of pain.
Yeah, so just slow getting to her feet, but they're not rushing things out there. Obviously, the players' welfare is the priority.
Correct.
But, of course, what this does do is give Nightcliff the opportunity just to settle things right down and stop any run-on that Southern Districts might have had. Very much so, but also in the same aspect, given the Crocs a chance to reset there, slow down a bit, resettle, stick to obviously the game plan that's been set by their coach at three-quarter time there. Yep. So I think it's Michaela Siddons who's the injured player, and they're taking us straight over the boundary line on the outer side of the ground. And maybe a player's already gone on to replace her. No one running on from next to us, but anyway, Nightcliff the chance, and Eliza Morrison takes the mark, and she now kicks the ball deep inside forward 50. Mark not taken there, and Districts work it out of defence again, but it's all Nightcliff out here, and Molyneux's going to be first there for Nightcliff. She swings around and kicks the ball back inside forward 50 toys in there for Southern District. Couldn't trap the ball as it trickled past her, and now fighting for it on the ground. Almost a hack kick out of there by Walsh, but Nightcliff again with hands on the ball, and it's chopped off, and Hanson gets the kick this time.
Fortunate bounce.
Hewitt gets on the end of this one and kicks long towards half forward, but Nightcliff have got some numbers back there if they can get their hands on the ball, which they do. But free kick's been paid. It's going to be a Southern Districts free kick at half forward, and I think it's going to be Shania Davidson once again out there, who's had a really good game today, had plenty of the football, and been a real asset for Southern Districts in the forward half. She plays on now, chips the ball around the outer side, but that one's chopped off. And that's Chev Fewings, who's a solid Nightcliff defender, takes that intercept mark. She's looking to switch the ball now to the near side, straight across the ground. This has given an opportunity down there for Kowalovic, but she just couldn't control the ball, and now it's Nightcliff running it out of defence and kicking long towards the near side wing. The ball bounces free and picked up down here by Toy once again for District. She brings the ball back inside, but unfortunately for Nightcliff, for Southern Districts, it's chopped off, and Nightcliff looking to chip it around at the back here, but through the hands and giving Hewitt an opportunity for Districts. She picks up and streams away going forward, looking down there for Marsden over the back. Marsden kicks towards goal. It's going right to the goal line, but Hannah Turnbull in defence takes a strong mark overhead. Very, very strong defensive mark there. And she just runs away and thumps the ball out of defensive 50. Nightcliff have got players around the ball. Dads is in there again. It's a quick kick forward as the siren goes to end the game at a result that ends Southern District's season effectively. They'll have another game next week, of course, against the Buffaloes, but they needed to win to keep their finals hopes alive. But Nightcliff just as you said a number of times, Tara, just showed why they are on the top of the table, just able to do what they had to do to get the points, and have won by 16 points in the end. Exactly right there. Final score 4-8-32 to a Nightcliff 8-0-48, and at the end of the day it was classic football that won in terms of just accuracy, great kicks, great marks, good goals. Yeah, and good defensive pressure. Exactly right. It was never easy for Southern Districts when they had it in their forward line. 100%. So really, obviously, and showed just by the unfortunate nail in the coffin there, just Hannah Turnbull, that strong mark in that last couple of seconds there of football. Really, really great game of football either way, and obviously just on that path home for Nightcliff Tigers. It's been a pleasure to host you guys down here at Norbuilt Oval. Obviously, pleasure to commentate once again with you, Stu Davis. My name is Tara Harris, and you've been watching AFLNT's coverage of the 2021-22 TIO NTFL season here at Norbuilt Arena.